needs to wipe their hands. It's called personal hygiene. That means you are responsible for washing your hands. So before you do anything, after you do anything, you must use your hand sanitizer. You must make sure that you spray a little bit right now at the center of your palm, and then rub it against the other palm, and then in between the fingers, and then around like that, and then you are done. So every time you do this, you are fighting, conquering, and combating this evil virus. What did I say? Evil virus. So you clean your hands. You have a sanitizer. And how do you make this? We're going to show you how to make this at home. In case you run out of hand gel or hand sanitizer, we're going to tell you how you take what is called the methylated spirit, because that's an old, good old fashioned alcohol-based cleaner that everybody uses. Do you know why? Alcohol is cytotoxic. I need to write you down. The undergraduate students will write cyto, as in cell, toxic, that means it kills cells, and it kills every cell, including the virus. For the key stage 1 students, it means it's not a friend of a virus. This methylated spirit is alcohol based. They just give it. It's an alias. Will not become friends with the virus. Once it touches the virus, it strips the virus of the wall, the cell wall, and starts killing the virus. So that's the reason why we have to use this from time to time to wash our hands, and we don't transfer the virus to anyone you love, your parents that you love, your grandparents that you love, or anyone you're living with, or anyone you are locked down with. You do not get any infection from them, and you do not give infection to them. That's the whole essence of using this, and you have to use it. If you don't use it, it's bad. It's bad for you, and it's bad for your friends, and it's bad for your family, and it's bad for the people living in the same house as you, because the lockdown is real. Everybody has been told, do not leave your house except you are going to the hospital to help people that are ill. That means you're a doctor, or you're a nurse, or you're a healthcare provider, or you're a key worker. If you are not a key worker, you are not expected to leave your house. So for those of you that have just logged in, joined this channel late, please you need to do me one big favor. You need to type under the comment section on your Periscope, or type on your LinkedIn, if you're watching on LinkedIn video, or type on YouTube the name of the city that you are watching from. Type Lusaka, type Lagos, type London, type Los Angeles, whatever the name, type Wuhan, whatever the name of the city you are watching from. I need to know. Why? So that I can customize additional information for you. Our friends that are watching from New York, I got my delivery of New York Times, and I told you yesterday, I will show you how to get your copy of New York Times for free. That's one free thing I'm going to give you. Second, I have the London Times, my copy of it. This is my copy. And I speed read the newspapers. Later in this learning series, we are going to show you how you can read this entire paper, up to 115 pages. You can finish this in 10 minutes. Yes, you read everything. You're a speed reader. We'll show you that. How you can finish this one, the New York Times, in 5 minutes. How you can finish the China Daily. For those of you watching Wuhan, we are going to show you how you can get your copy free and how you can speed read. So who says the lockdown is a bad thing? Who says the lockdown is a bad thing? Because in every single cloud, there is a silver lining. We look for the silver lining. Some people stare at the cloud. And the more you stare at the cloud, the more depressed you are. The more you look for the silver lining, there's a faint line there that opens up a wonderful opportunity that tells you this is what you couldn't do before, but since you've been on lockdown, these are the things you're going to do. So if you are involved in any business, or you are involved in any employment, you are employed, or you are seeking employment, please mark it 7 p.m. tonight. We're going to discuss more things that will relate to your business and how you can use this opportunity that they say is a weapon of mass destruction has been released, to use it for wealth creation. We will tell you. This is the only channel existing on planet Earth that gives you this, and it's 100% free, particularly if you are an EIE parent, because we're going to get feedback from you and we're going to interact with you. If you're a non-EIE parent, join. Just go to the Excellence in Education website and click register online. That's all you need to do. Subscription is free. Registration depends on availability of spaces. So yesterday we did something else. We took one orange, we measured the orange from one end to the other, we divided it by 2, and then we put a mark. Some of you got 5, others got 7, others got 6, depending on how large your orange is. And then you put a mark here. So measure 5 centimeters here, 5 centimeters here, 5 centimeters here. And we marked it. And then we got a great knife, a sharp knife, and we cut it. And so we were able to show you without any doubt what the diameter is, because you cannot measure the diameter. And then you can work out the circumference and confirm the circumference. So it's a mathematical exercise. If you hated maths, this is the easiest bit of maths. Maths is one easy subject, but you didn't have fun with it. You were learning it, so you were doing fundamentals. Then we took a second. Yeah, you can guess. You guess what this is. Lemon. We took lemon, and then we did the same thing, same mathematical exercise. We were able to cut the lemon. And some of you have drawn yours. Most of you have lost out on what you are supposed to win, because I told you should submit it yesterday. If you didn't submit it yesterday by Twitter, you have lost out. So some of you have already won this. This is the Conquer Corona t-shirt that's going to be sent to you. Conquer Corona t-shirt will be sent to you if you do the exercises and you are in key stage 1 or in key stage 2. That means if you are 5 or under, or 7 or under, or 11 or under. If you are this age, this is our learning platform. We can't forget this t-shirt is for you. It's not for me. I can't get into it. It was designed to be your size. So you see why I can't wear it? It's too small for me. It was made for you. It was given to us by our sponsors, and we are so grateful for that. And we also told you yesterday, this is what you're going to win. You see, this is a Hydra-headed charger. What did I say? Hydra-headed charger. What did I say? It charges the Lightning iPhone. It charges your Samsung. It charges your brand new super duper Huawei phone. And it's here for you. It's not for me. I already have mine. We need to give this across to you, especially when we come back, because we will come back from this lockdown. We will be set free from this lockdown. So I want you now to make sure, those of you that have not typed your cities, I've seen some of you, you're just waving to me. I don't need the wave now. I'll get the wave later. I need you to type in the city you are from, the city you're watching from, because there's another present I'm going to give you that you are going to work on, and I cannot forget, because I kept it and I hid it here so that nobody takes it and nobody sees it. This is the fact that I mentioned Huawei a minute ago. Huawei was a company that did not exist 50 years ago. How did it start? How did it become a multi-billion pound company? Where was the origin of it? Those of you that have seen this China Daily, living in Wuhan, the city of Wuhan, will immediately connect with this. So thanks to the manufacturers and the great company, they've told a story here how this man was a poor man when he left the military. He used to be a military veteran. I mean, he used to work in the Department of the Armed Forces. And he left the military broke. He didn't have money. All he had, I'm going to tell you at 7 o'clock. All he had something. I'm going to tell you that at 7 o'clock. I'm not allowed to say it now. At 7 o'clock, when you log in as an employer, as a business owner, as an employee, I'll be able to tell you what he had that he had to start with. He had absolutely nothing in terms of money, nothing in terms of wealth. But what did he have? This book, we are going to make it available to you. I'm so pleased that they gave these copies to me. Some of them are signed, others are not signed. We're going to make sure you get this copy yourself, a hard copy, not just a soft copy. I'll tell you what you're going to get in soft copy. The Michelle Obama book, you're going to get it in soft copy. Then I told you about the New York Times earlier, and I told you that you get a free copy. How do you get a free copy? It's very simple. Please go to @ChrisImafidon and follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I will make sure you get your copy on a daily basis. So you don't, even if you're in lockdown in the most remote part of Lusaka, in the most remote part of Lagos that nobody gets to, or Los Angeles, I know the California governor has been very strict. He doesn't want anybody to come out and contact or infect another. He places the whole of California locked down. But I will make sure I also give you the LA Times. I will give you the LA Times to have. All of them electronic. But one thing you have to do, go follow on Twitter. Or go subscribe on YouTube. If you subscribe on our YouTube channel, I will give you this present. So you will never need to buy that newspaper again. The Times of London, graciously, this is the Times of London. Like I told you, you're going to speed read, gave us this. This is the book they gave us. So we're going to give anyone that comes on this channel. This is the book. The Times Top 100 Graduate Employers. For any one of you that is looking for jobs, how do you get a great job? What are the great companies? What companies will thrive during this period? Because they said it's lockdown. They say it's gloom. They said it's doom. What they didn't tell you is that we are here to go through the darkest hour and emerge on the other side stronger, bigger, wealthier, and healthier. What did I say? We're going to come through the dark channel and we're going to come out on the other side more healthy, more wealthy, and more strong. So it's going to be healthier, wealthier. You can type that down. Healthier, wealthier, and what? And what? You've forgotten? Stronger. So put all of that down. That's what you're getting from this. So they're giving us this for free. If not, if you want to go and buy it, you can go and buy it at W.H. Smith or buy it at your local bookstore. It's $19.95. And they will give you postage and packaging, and it comes out $25. What do? We give it to you for free. Some EIE students have already won this, by the way, so they can share with you. And some of the people that attended the speed reading course walked away with this. So if you know you've attended any of our courses and you walked away with this, please type yes Times Top 100. And later you can take a photograph with yours and share it so that people know that this is for real. We're not just encouraging you. We're not just going to entertain you during the lockdown. We're going to inform you, because the more information you have, the less fear you have. But the more sensational distortion you get, I can guarantee you this, the more you're going to fear. The reason why people are afraid is because there's so many false information, fallacies pumped out of some section of the media. Some section of the media, they're pumping out false information on a daily basis, some on the hourly basis. So that's why I warn all of you, please do not sit down all day and watch the news, because there's nothing new coming out now. There are no experts on coronavirus, COVID-19. Everyone is just learning about the virus. So you can't be an expert if you're a learner. We're all learning about the virus. We all understand the fundamental principles of viruses, microorganisms. We're all learning it. So if you're a school child and you're in key stage 1, let me repeat, key stage 1, that means below 5, below 7, and below 11, key stage 2, key stage 1, nursery, you need to do this for me. You need to understand that I have a t-shirt for you that I'm going to give you. I have to give this t-shirt out every day. Every day, I don't have a choice. Every day, I have to give it out. But you have to do the right thing. You can't just watch and get a t-shirt. If you're key stage 1, after watching and catching this, you will draw it, and then you will paint it. And then you will label this as orange and label this as lemon. End of story. You can draw one per page, and then get your parent or your guardian or your carer to go on my Twitter page. You have to go on my Twitter page and follow me on Twitter and DM me. If you really want to go very fast, you can tweet your photograph. Tweet it so that I can see it. You don't need to write your name on it. I will know whoever tweeted it, and I will be able to identify you and send you what you want with this. If you're a GCSE level, that means if you're a teenager, that means key stage 3. If you're a teenager, key stage 4, you can't just draw it and stop there. You have to label it. Draw a line and say this is, and you give me the real name, the scientific name of the outer skin. Inner skin, you give me the scientific name of the inner skin. And then the juice, the seed, you have to label all of them that you drew. And then if you're GCSE year, you have to write a little sentence about each part of it. So you have to describe each part. If you're A level, you tell me the function, you tell me the structure, and then you go ahead and tell me what will happen in terms of the DNA. What happened, because these two fruits are of the same family. They're citric fruits. What's the difference between one and the other? You have to write that for me. If you're undergraduate and you're doing any of the life sciences, you have to do that as well. And then send that. If you send that to me, you are in for winning things like the VR, virtual reality, thanks to Sky. Sky made this available to us. How you're able to see things in 3 dimensions. This brings it out. You put it right in front of your eye, and you can see. You can see in 3 dimensions. And I was going to show you how to get this to see very, very tiny electron micrograph. That means the photograph taken by an electron microscope of very tiny, 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 tiny organisms. I'm going to let you have that. So today, as we say, we're going to say, so you take this methylated spirit, please, you have to do this with the assistance of an adult. If not, you will spill it. It's not dangerous. If you spill it, it just evaporates. That means you've lost a lot from there. And then you're going to add some soapy water, and then you're going to put it in a dispenser like this, so that anybody that comes into your house, anybody that comes into your house is able to rub their fingers, rub their hands, and then stay clean, disinfected. Because there's one significant difference between a clean surface. I was going to say this yesterday. When you have a clean surface, it means it doesn't have any dirt in it whatsoever. So like this is a clean surface, right? It's clean because there's no dirt in it. But it could well have very tiny, 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 tiny microorganisms in it. So it's not disinfected. So if you wanted to disinfect it, this is why there's a difference between a cleaning agent and a disinfectant. A disinfectant like this will remove every single bacteria. This alcohol-based disinfectant. We have chlorhexidine, I'm going to get that later. For those of you that are doing chemistry. And for the ones in key stage 1, chlorhexidine is another strong solution that kills all the bacteria. Kill any bacteria that is here, kill any virus that is here. So it's both bactericidal and virucidal. It's antiviral as well. So it kills any microorganism. So anything that is disinfected removes all the tiny bugs. Anything that is clean just removes the dirt. So write that down. The difference between disinfection and cleaning. Because disinfection removes every single bit of organism that can cause an infection. So you have disinfected meat. You have removed the infection from it, and so you are able to say that it is hygienic and also safe for you to work with. If you, for any reason, have heard this before, you need to type it there that you know the difference between disinfection, number 1, and then cleaning. Then the last bit I'm going to add to today's class, because we're going to be shutting down soon. I don't want it to be long. And remember, you cannot watch television all day. The maximum you can watch television is 1 hour for the whole day. You got to be busy doing things, So you're going to draw for me. You're going to go and find out. Now, those of you that are undergraduate students, you need to see modes of disinfection and mode of natural disinfection. You need to go and find that out. And those of you that are doing level, you need to find out what is called in vivo disinfection and in vitro disinfection. You've got to go and find that out, because that's part of your science work that you're going to be doing. I received my copy of Ocular Surgery News. I'm going to share with you tomorrow. Ocular Surgery News. I'm going to share with you why is it that when people are undergoing surgery, you need to be very careful with them throughout the period of healing, because some people are going to go to the hospital now, and some people are not recovering from surgery. Why are they undergoing surgery? How are they going to recover fast from surgery? We're going to go through all of this. So the science class. And I mustn't fail to tell all the girls this. If you ever find physical science difficult and physics difficult, if you find chemistry difficult, we have a special program. I know you don't know that. We have a very special program for all the girls. Anne-Marie took it yesterday. She's going to take some again, 5 o'clock. We will keep you busy. 5 o'clock on the STEMET website. All the EIE parents already know about STEMET. Deborah has gone on the program several times and even got certification. Now you're going to get a skill, a new skill. You're going to learn a new computer programming language. And if you are serious with that, you will be able to earn £600 a day during this lockdown. Who? Yes, it's true. It's true. It's good. It's true. It's called remote programming. $600 every working day for 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know why? Essential services still require software. They still require operational software. If the software stopped working, I would not be able to talk to you, because the whole medium of communication today is based on what? It's based on software. So you have to know what software is. If you have a phone like this, your phone will only work because it has software. If you have light where you are, it's controlled by what? Computers. And computers will go software. So if you hate software, then you will not be able to do a lot of things. So your microwave is what? Work by software. Everything. Your central heating is software. It's all programmed. Your washing machine is software. Your dishwasher is software. So if you cannot understand software, it means you will not be able to understand a lot of what is happening in this world today. So I am encouraging all of you to get your umbrella ready. It is called your financial umbrella. That's why I brought my umbrella here. Can you see my umbrella? Special umbrella. Special, I don't know whether you can see. This is a special umbrella, a new umbrella. And now there's a little chip in this umbrella. If you press this, it's going to open in the opposite direction. So you see my umbrella opening up. Wow, can you see this? And I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do that again. This is the new umbrella. All you need to do, why? Because it has a software in it. So if you hate computer science and say that you are in the medical field, most of the patient data today, we used to have clinical records that were manual, than pen and paper. You can't get that now. All of them have been swallowed up by a new field called clinical informatics. That means information that you work with that can give you every single detail of your patient at the tip of your finger. So you touch the laptop and it comes up. You touch the desktop and it comes up. That's a new era. So get the umbrella. You're going to get a financial umbrella, and you're going to make sure that you enjoy this lockdown. You're going to learn new things in this lockdown. You're going to come out of this lockdown, what did I say? Healthier, because you know a lot about health, a lot about microorganisms. And don't you ever believe what the politicians are saying, by the way. Don't you believe what any political leader is saying right now? They don't know jack about COVID-19. They don't. Take this from me. Politicians don't know anything about COVID-19. Who knows? We're going to share the links with you. WHO, the World Health Organization, the health arm of the United Nations, has daily broadcast. They will give you unbiased, unadulterated information about your location. That's why I begged you at the beginning, please type your location. I will put the link here. I shared some links yesterday. Those of you that are afraid that you may die because you read the newspaper of the number of people that died yesterday. This is one column I don't like about the entire broadcast from politicians. They tell you the people that died yesterday and the day before, and they tell you the people that are going to die tomorrow. That you are not going to die if you just follow simple instruction of making sure you follow your hygiene, making sure that you take your exercise, do your exercises every day, and be happy. So why? Yes. If you are stressed, your immune system, the way your body fights the virus, reduces. Your body will not be able to fight the virus. But if you're happy, I will tell you the chemical substances that are released when you are sad. Oh. And I will tell you the chemical substances released when you are happy. So if you are happy, I'll be happy, and everybody will be healthy. If you're sad and say, oh, I may die, because they told you, they keep telling us, oh, so people died the day before, and the other people died the day before. So what do you want us to do? Sit we here and die? That's what the 10 lepers said. Why sit we here and die? Because the more you tell us about the death news, the more you frighten people up and say, don't do this because you are going to die. You're going to die next. Some people are going to die tomorrow. No, you're not going to die. Anyone that watches this broadcast will not die. And I will give you 7 reasons at 2 p.m. why, if you watch this broadcast, you can't die. If you watch this broadcast, you can't die, because we will tell you what kills the virus that may kill you. We'll show this to you. We'll tell you what will boost your immunity. This is not F-A-T-E. It's not a fait accompli. Everybody's saying it, oh, somebody's going to die. Tomorrow, they said 150 people died yesterday, and then tomorrow 170 people are going to die, and then the day after, no. This is not countdown to death. This is countdown to life. If anybody told you were going to die, tell them you got the umbrella of life, and it is information, an insight that will protect you, because based on this information, you will outlive every single person that predicts death for you. Why should you die? You haven't signed any death sentence or any pact with the angel of death. Of course you're going to live. That's why I'm sending this to you. And you're going to live because I'm going to give you things that will boost your immune system. I'm going to tell you food that you should eat. I'm going to tell you what to do every day. I'm going to tell you what to listen to. You cannot listen to that. That's what it said. Weapon of mass destruction. Remember they said that? Weapon of mass destruction. And then they said weapon of mass destruction. And they kept saying it. And the whole world was fooled into thinking that was weapon of mass destruction. Now they're saying the whole world has been fooled into thinking that death is on the door. Death is not at your door. You will fight back death because your body was engineered by its creator Doesn't matter what religion you believe in. By the way, it's irrelevant. Whatever religion you believe in, if you get infected by the virus, your body fights the virus. So you don't even need to believe anything. Even if you don't believe anything, let me tell you the truth. The words that I speak to you will generate life in you anyway. If you keep listening to this channel 3 times every day, you will live. And you will outlive every politician that tells you you are the next person to die. I was so annoyed when the China Daily published its CCTV. That's the name of the Chinese network, the government-approved network. CCTV. Do you know what they said? They were telling them how many people die every day, and they plotted a graph of the next few days and the number of people that are going. They made a projection. This is a big word for it. They said, they predicted how many people would die. I'll show you the graph. I saw the graph. I just shook my head and said, why would anybody pull up this graph and tell us the number of people that have died and the number of people that are expected to die in another 2 weeks? They gave me the graph. I said, why give me the graph for death? Now you're going to tell me what to do to live. You're going to tell me, if you tell me this is essentially what I'm going to do and I'll live, then you are in the business of life. Single politician that shows you this graph. This is the graph they're showing here. How many people died? How many? This is a nasty graph. Yes, this is a nasty graph. See? They're showing a comparative list of people that died. I will show you a comparative list of why you should live, and how you will live, and how you will not die. And therefore, do not fear any death, because you are disinfecting your hands. You are disinfecting, because we said it before, how to disinfect and how to clean. If you use this and disinfect, you will never ever be infected. Your infection is a function of your exposure to the pathogens. Pathogens, big word for pathology, patho, disease causing, gen, pathos, which is disease, gen, generating. If you do not get in the way of the pathogen, you will live. So this funny graph that I showed here, I wish someone can see this now. You see the number of people that would die in the UK, the number of people that died in Iran, number of people that died in the US, number of people that died in China, number of people that died in Germany, in France, in Italy, in Japan, in South Korea, in Singapore. Look at it. Daily deaths. Look at this. I'm going to say daily life. This is the reason why we come to you every day, to show you life. Because life is for living and is the abundance of life. This whole world is going through a great experiment now on both virology and epidemiology. And we will distill for you the facts as it is, not the fallacy of that prediction. Because if you are not contaminated, you will not die. And you don't need to be contaminated. And those of you that are already having respiratory, breathing problem, we will tell you exactly what you need to do to boost your immune system. And if you have a disease before, that means in 2019 or 2018, you have some diseases, we will tell you specific disease condition that reduces your immune system. What is called immunocompromise. It's like if you're pregnant, you are immunocompromised. You have a suppressed immune system. We will educate you on your personal health and your environment. That's the reason why I ask you to type the name of your city there, and we will tell you exactly this. We have technology now to be able to pick up what is happening in Lusaka now. I can tell you right now, I'm not a magician, what is happening in LA right now, what is happening in Wuhan. And the families that have been on lockdown for 52 days, they survived it. One man, one wife, one children will be sharing with us what they did that gave them the protection. They were in Wuhan. That means the epicenter, the city where people died the most, and they did not die. What exactly did they do? We will share that with you. So 2 o'clock, Come out there. Come out there. We're coming your way. 7 o'clock, we will tell you this is one big opportunity for wealth creation. So if you ever thought of dying, delete that from your to-do list. Some people have to do. We'll do this and then die. Oh, some people are revising their will and then dying. No. You don't need to revise your will. You just need to revise how you do things. You just need to revise your cleaning. You need to revise mental engagement. That's why we told you about the book. Yeah, the books are falling. We told you about the book. Mental engagement. It helps your mental health. You need to keep learning because the mind that is engaged will never wander. Then the hands that are clean will never get infected. And you will live. And we will have a big party when this is all blown away. Because the last time they had a global pandemic that really rocked the entire world, there was no social media. I couldn't talk to you through this even if I wanted to. And I wasn't alive then. It was in 4 AD. We will tell you exactly the difference between that and what happened about some years back with the SARS virus in China. We'll show you that. We'll tell you what the face mask can do and what it can do. That means the limitations and the indications for the face mask. We'll tell you all of that. So please do not listen to the purveyors of fear, because all you have to fear is fear itself. All you need to do is make sure that you obey what we tell you, and we will tell you we have fought bigger wars than this before, and we won. And we'll tell you how exactly we won. And that's why we're getting our friends from Wuhan, where this whole thing started. Wuhan, if you're a virologist, you need to know this. If you're a scientist, published in peer review, I'll be sharing details with you later. So I will be back at 2 o'clock today. And dare you not tell anyone else that they are going to die. Share this information with the friends you have, with your co-workers. And by the way, the key workers and the healthcare workers, all of you are going to go to the private page on our Facebook page. And on our LinkedIn page, on our Instagram, we're sending all of you, we're sending emails to you. Yeah, before the end of today, we're sending emails to everybody that has subscribed to EIE. And please, if you haven't subscribed, just go subscribe now. Go subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. It's only when you want additional resources that may, depending on where you live, depending on the provisions available to you, because some links don't work in some geographical areas. So that's the reason why we're using every platform. LinkedIn, every platform. Facebook, every platform. Instagram, every platform. Periscope, Twitter. We use every platform to reach you so that you can be reached and given the right information and empowered to know that this is the best time to be alive. Do you know what Charles Dickens says? He said this is the best of times and this is the worst of times. And I said, how can that be? He said it's the best of times for people that are informed and have insight. It's the worst of time for people that work on ignorance and hearsay. Charles Dickens wrote this, and I'll give it to you. Yeah, it's a Dickensian saying. This is the best of times and the worst of times. So the people that understand the times, like the children of Isiaka, knew exactly what to do. But the people that didn't know the time, they panicked. And they said, oh, we're going to die, we're going to die. Why sit we here and die? We're not going to die. We're going to go up to the city and take the city. We are going to take up arms and fight this virus with personal hygiene, fight this virus with daily exercises, and fight this virus with our immune system boosted, fight this virus with the right diet, and fight this virus with the right information. And we will win, exactly as our grandparents fought and won. We will win. We have the tools to win. We have. So don't sit down and watch the television for more than 1 hour. If you do, you're committing a deadly sin. Because the more negative information you have, the more fear you have, the more distortion you have. Especially when you have a political operator coming to the microphone, turn it off. And listen to WHO and listen to your scientific advice. Turn off the television anytime you see a politician talking. Turn it off. Say, I told you so. We will give you the authentic, unadulterated information for life and not death.